Go Beaver! Away!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand finals of the Lockdown Throwdown, round 2. I've got Wiethoofd with me on production here again. We've got Gemm doing the camera manning, and we've got eepily here co-casting with me tonight. We are just about to go ready here, eepily. So how are you feeling about this?
I'm feeling pretty good, dude. I'm kind of hyped.
Yeah, and this is a match that I'm really excited to see, because this is basically the previous ETF World Champions versus the newly crowned ETF World Champions, and it's kind of like Ascent. They went on a break, and now they're back, and they're back with a vengeance, right? Or are they? Well, time will tell. And nerdRage, they've kind of shown themselves to be a really clutch team that gets better and better as the pressure mounts. So I am absolutely thrilled to see what's going to transpire in this match. I can't remember all the maps, but just help me out when I make a mistake here. So we start out on Gullywash, then we go to Metalworks, and then is it Process?
It's Snakewater after Metalworks into Process, and the 5th map, if we get there, will be Reckon. I believe people should see that at the top of your screen now. Those will be the maps, and in that order as well.
So this is the grand final, map number 1 out of 5. So we've got a long match here ahead of us, and I can't wait. This is the previous ETF World Champions against the previous ETF World Champions, nerdRage versus Ascent.
Yeah, we do see DeWall getting in nice and deep, getting some decent damage. A lot of damage on this scout, but he gets taken down, trading out for Classy. So, not too bad, but ultimately the frags are looking just about in the way of nerdRage right now. Only 3 players on the side of Ascent, and they've got to be a little bit scared. Jungle tries to commit 4, but he gets taken down as well. They're all just going down one by one. Kunu on a 4K this mid. Does he get the 5th? Oh, Seeds with the kill bind. He knew he was not getting out there, and Kunu, he has had his weakness. He is feeling himself today.
That was a great way to start it out. Mula had a great surf on that mid. There was a soldier that basically came up on him. I can't remember which one it was, but he just barely managed to get up there. He actually landed on the little windowsill. I think he would have cratered if that hadn't been there, and then he managed to get just dodge the scout chip damage to get back to the medkit with like 5 HP, and that happens a lot where the medic barely survives on mid, and then because you just used all your resources trying to get the medic, it doesn't work out.
Oh, interesting little push there. We saw that flash go all the way on Yeehaw so we can get all the way through lower, just trying to get towards his demo on point. Kunu has gone down though. So many of these Ascent players are getting absolutely annihilated. This Pyro is still starting to be dealt with. Cool though, it's actually trying to remain on top right hand side, try and get this heals advantage, but he's getting weak as well. People still on the point though! And Ascent just gets distracted.
They basically held it right there. Ascent, they held everything, but then at the very last moment, they just kind of bunched up together to help clean out the demo man going for the medic, and Yeehaw just sneaks up onto the point. That was the last guy they hadn't cleaned up, and that's going to be a very quick round here. That's a good round for Ascent to take out, or for nerdRage, sorry, to just win early on. That's going to give them so much confidence.
Yeah, having that little safety net already is going to be feeling good. We do see some fights happening on the point there with some of these soldiers not looking to commit just yet. Pappy getting the better end of that situation, so Ascent possibly looking to have a much better bid now. Captain's going for a big bomb, going straight in, gets an easy little frag towards Elacor, being helped by his buddy Tiger there. The rest of nerdRage though, they ain't got no business being here, and they are aware that Chariots of Fire are going to be moving all the way to last. Mula ensuring that if nothing, manages to get his Uber.
He just stayed outside, just ran into like 3 players. That was such an odd decision from Yeehaw, just kind of peeking forward like that. So now Ascent, they're going to have this one-man advantage. The Ubers are even. Mula did manage to get out of that mid unscathed. It was a very strong mid from Ascent. They just kind of shut all the aggression down, pushed nerdRage back, and then there was just no way they were ever going to get back in there. And then a pretty good chase. So Josh actually going to go out, almost gets Domo of previous teammates. Not quite able to finish him off there, Josh is. So they're actually 2 players down for nerdRage. That can be a very scary situation against an Ascent team.
Oh yeah, we do see soldiers, one going up point, one jumping all the way far right hand side. Does look like Pappy's going to get cleaned up. Pappy's going to get himself out just about as well, but we do actually have sneaky little players happening every which way. Clancy's still moving all the way towards point. Not quite sure how we lived that long.
Yeah, he mistimed that for sure.
Yeah.
He's not map hacking, I can guarantee you that. That was the wrong time to run out there. There happened to be another guy. There was like 4 players that just happened to be in a perfect position to kill him there. And actually, Captain will go down. He was holding down there in the big door, and Even Poppy overextends as well. Just unable to get in there. It looked like they wanted to take a fight where Seeds did not. And he was just kind of like, no, let's just back off here. So now they're going to be very short on spam here to try and hold off these chokes.
Yeah, it looks like what they want to try and do is try and play really close here and go for some kind of trade. There's just so much damage being dealt to these players, but Mula is used slightly later. They managed to pick up Classy in all of this, so it's a slightly better Uber and, importantly, this player advantage. They force all of Ascent all the way out of choke now, so they're going to have no business trying to walk back in. Classy with the back spawns does potentially open up an opportunity if nerdRage are feeling brave and want to kind of bust through. It's hard though. There's a lot of choke points to try and make their way through. Even Big Door, the larger of the choke points, like when you've got Captain and Domo here just like spamming everything they've got, it's basically never going to happen. Classy's up now, so we're just going to find ourselves in a classy little 6v6 stalemate.
Yeah, they thought about it. They saw the situation. They backed out. It's fine. I like when teams kind of go for these things, because if Ascent were just not paying attention, then that would work out perfectly, and they can just back off and they haven't really lost anything. So I like these kind of active moves around here, and where you kind of rotate around. So we are now in this situation where you have the stalemate from between second and mid, and very often what we see here is some aggression in Big Door, and then you try to run someone behind. It can be a soldier or a scout or both. But it looks like they're actually not wanting to do that. Dimul gets trapped out, so Domo was ready for that. So maybe they're going to need to be a little more creative here.
Oh, we do actually see Captain get really, really nice and aggressive. He's getting so much information for the rest of his team. He can see literally every one of the nerdRage players, so he's going for the rest of his team. Pappy does move towards Dropland, possibly could have tried to get in there. He's just about managing to live there. We do see Captain try and get in there, but he's going to lose his life. And as long as Pappy can keep himself a little bit healthy towards the choke point, we'll be getting a couple hours, and that's just going to be counting as a regular little sack attempt there. Interesting to see that, both teams they're doing that bit of peeking and prodding and kind of, trying to get that bit of information before they go. Not a lot of these kind of blind one-man bombs that you'll see from less experienced teams.
Yeah, Yeehar has now gone behind. Actually, Dimul is back there as well. Soda is very weak. And, Tiger's going to win the first one, but Yeehaw will clean him up. And now it's just a scout behind line, but there's a soldier to kind of deal with him. And the aggression onto Mula is really high as well. Class is going to clean that up. So this is very scrappy from both teams. They might want to use his Uber just to block it.
Possibly. This is brave, though. Eloquo has so much on his shoulders, and actually, he's just going to get dropped as well. Mula now 40 HP, has to use his Uber just about connecting with these soldiers, but it's just not really going to matter. Surely Classy doesn't live here. Classy's just standing most. No!
They're so distracted. They just wanted that soldier behind line, so they just ignored him. And that was... Eloquo is going to be mad right now, because he just got dropped, and then after he got dropped, there was no one to defend the medic, so then you just had to pop on nothing. So you might as well just have popped on the demo man there. But yeah, it really looked like they were trying to maybe use the Uber to just block the point and buy time for the spawners to come in, but at the end of the day, it didn't work out at all.
Oh, absolutely not. We do see Domo doing a lot of damage, but with all these guys doing their quick switch binds, it's not going to matter at all. And he has to go down to ball. He's done so much damage, doesn't he? That last rocket, though, which is pretty scary, and the repush potentially could be on. This is a 4v4, but if Ascent can get this high ground position, maybe they have a chance. Yeehaw, is this pyro on point? It is going to be keeping things just about alive with the rest of his team, and Patience will be just about winning out here. Yeehaw, not really hitting his right clicks right now. He's
doesn't trust in his own reflect abilities for sure. He could have definitely taken the fight if he wanted to, but he's just gonna put Dimul on that task. He's like, no, I don't wanna. He's just gonna go on scout and try to actually get some cap points out here. But this is gonna be a pretty difficult push out. There's still a demo man just sticking up this shutter door.
Oh my days! How is Eloquo dying again? This is actually. This is really not what you want at all. Even with an Uber to possibly, trade towards the shuttle or even go to point if people start jumping in, not having a demo man makes it so much scarier. And Domo's just walking so much in. He's basically just walking straight in. He's doing some pretty significant damage on the pipe onto Mula.
Oh, no.
Domo, what a beast. Tiger's already on the point. They're just annihilating them. They don't even need the Uber.
Okay. Yeah, that was just Domo just powering through right there. Just no respect for the enemy team. Just walking right in there. The binds are... This is good. This is good. It's a 1-to-1. This is a real match right now. This wasn't as clean up around as nerdRage got early on, but yeah, that's very crushing there. Mula kind of dropped his demo man twice and then dropped Uber, so yeah, he might need to pick it up a little bit here.
That's sad times. Ascent bringing it back in. Immediately we do see aggression from the side of nerdRage once again, but two of the players going down. Both their soldiers. It is once again being traded out with no demo. The sustained fight for Ascent can be a little bit difficult, but find themselves in a 3v3. Possibly Brave Boy's situation. This is demo and assault is the only real difference. We see Tiger getting super aggressive. Actually has to surf all the way towards his elbow, so an opportunity possibly if nerdRage want to try and go forward, but now they're all back with each other. This is nerdRage showing a lot of respect here. And Alec, for God's sake, man!
That's so many times now where he's just been left in there. It really looks like he is just not in mumble or something. And he's just not getting the calls to back out. But he's saying go forward and nobody can hear him. That's what it looks like right now. And actually, Demour's going to go down to a straight pipe as well. So now it's 4 and 6, and there's just going to be so much pressure coming up on both sides right now onto nerdRage.
Oh my god, this is so scary. Elegor can't even lead last. Tiger's just actually straight bullying him at this point. The rest of nerdRage, they're committed above point. They can try and block this. They still have an Uber to play with. It's not impossible here, but it's such a weird situation for them to be in. Thankfully, Elegor does get the better end of that situation, taking down Tiger. nerdRage are still able to do things. Elegor does now get taken down, so this weird little fight will just about be going, but Mood is going to have to force so much earlier in this weak health at the tail end of this.
They didn't block it. That's a really big deal. That's going to save them so much time here on the center.
What? They're just going to last. They're just going to last. Classy is literally already on point. Elegor on the spot. He's shooting the medic for reasons no one's aware of.
Medic down push. Yeah, this is so weird. Like, nerdRage, they're supposed to be this well-oiled machine that has really good team coordination, and right now it just looks like there's two different voices in Elegor's head telling him to do two different things, and it's just not working out. Like, I don't know if it's all Elegor's fault, but it looks like it because he's the one that's dying because of it, you know?
Yeah, like, credit where it's due, you know, demos having bad games are usually like the symptom of the problem, not necessarily the problem itself, but there is some kind of significant problem going into this next mid. Aim, as we've seen before, there are a lot of trading each way, 4 versus 4 situation. Damage does seem to be better on the side of nerdRage, so they will be getting the big old W in terms of this mid, and actually, they might be able to get just... I was thinking they may have possibly been able to get a little bit of space there, but Ascent have managed to heal up, regroup. They will be holding nice and close now. So, we're going to be back, a little 6v6 stalemate situation, but this time, it's Ascent in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I kind of like the way that nerdRage just bombed in the soldier into Big Door and just kind of did a ton of damage there, not allowing them to get into the little banana area without taking a ton of damage. And that kind of just ended up giving their team so much of a health advantage and positional advantage on mid that they got that. But we have Demul on sniper. He's going to try his best to get a look. And this is a pretty good area to snipe. Like, you can get in pretty deep. And oh my god, that's a shot.
Hello, that's cheeky, and that actually gets him a lot more position right now. Let's go for a nice deep little peek here. The beam keeps him alive, and Elegor getting so much space. Oh, this is very possible to do a lot of damage here. Yes, Seeds has to use. Seeds absolutely has to use there. Even dropping Demul here doesn't really matter. A sniper? Like, who cares, man? If Moody can keep himself alive, it's going to be so important.
He's still behind lines, by the way. He's about to run in onto the demo man. Oh, okay, he kind of beats a little bit, but he gets the demo man, so that's really big.
He's still alive. He's still alive. Okay, he just about gets taken down. So they've got Domo. They've forced the entirety of this Ascent team all the way back. They still have an Uber they can use at any point. They've got a scout to deal with behind point first. They can get that. They will be managing to take this for free, but at a certain point, they've got to kind of make the decision, do we really want this for free, or do we just commit forward? There's so many of these players, they're taking so much damage as well.
Poppy's kind of just throwing them for a loop, just stretching them out so far, and now he just jumps out. Really good play from Poppy. It bought a ton of time, and now this Uber advantage is not going to be big enough here for nerdRage. That was really what they wanted. Just cap second, move on to last with the Uber advantage, but as it is, it's going to be completely even Ubers, and they should know about it. I don't think they're actually going to push on this. So now it's going to be their turn to try and see if they can push in here. And the good news is that as I said, they didn't have time to build a sentry gun, so they're kind of left with a heavy right now. They might switch off and try to go for something else here. Yeah, they are. But no pyro, no sentry gun, no heavy. I mean, if you want to bomb in, this is about as good of a setup as you could hope for nerdRage. Yeah,
if they were to try and do something, it would be the easiest position right now, but Classy is getting his gun up. Yeehaw, move towards water underneath. Going to be looking to try and get towards point. Captain's already on the rim, already very, very aware of it. Gun has gone down, though. You see a little bit of aggression. Josh, though, unfortunately, slightly overextending. Be losing his life, and Demul almost went down as well, so little bit scary, and I do believe this will be nerdRage just taking a second to breathe, relax, back up just a little bit, and see if they can't get the spawner in.
Yeah, Poppy's going to go for the counter-sack, it looks like, but Demo Man might actually get forced out as well. He gets lucky to survive that one. We have Josh, he likes to go banner, so I'm definitely going to go keep my eye up on that. He has no banner. All right, a bit surprising, but oh well. This is probably also a good time to mention that this is a kind of a new whitelist here for Europe, where the Solemn Vow is allowed. I'm not sure how many medics are actually using it, but...
Ooh, cheeky little rockets there from Demore. Going to be taking... Oh, what? They've just killed everyone. What's the point? What the hell? How did that happen? They're just busting completely all the way to point, even losing Yeehaw. They've still got this Uber they can look to use if they want, but they actually don't have any scouts at all. Okay, the executive decision was made there that we will not use this Uber at any cost. They sacrifice their scouts, but as long as they can keep themselves alive here and keep Mula from using, the repush can be absolutely effective.
Poppy escaped. Wow.
Just walks away. Just walk it off. Just walk it off.
Yeah, but that was a really, really good force right there. Like, that's the power of having the pressure on the point there from Yeehaw. That was, like, in part why the Sorter was able to get in onto the medic and force seats out there. So, like, if you want to look how to actually, like, get Uber force out, this is a really good way of doing it. They're going to Uber Yeehaw into the water first, and then the rest of them are going to come in here. So not very much focus fire on the sentry gun, but yeah, that hasn't really worked out. But Yeehaw is still in the water. You can actually just walk up right now and get time on it.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to try and do exactly that. Actually, the tail end of the fight is somehow working really, really well. Cooney's doing so much damage right now. There's a lot of players to deal with that. These scouts are just nuts.
Case on the point. No problem. Wow.
Holy crap.
It's like an actual water snake, just killing everything that they just put their head down there. That's incredible.
Yeah, that was nuts. I really thought like the beginning part of that Uber just seemed like super weird, but turns out these scrappy fights, Ascent have maybe not quite got what they need sometimes. So, 2-2, they're managing to equalize things once again. New mid, new me. They're going to be a little bit of damage towards Big Door. Nothing too crazy just yet. No one going for that big, fat, sexy initiation just yet. Going to be playing around just a little bit. Does look like Ascent are further forward towards the point. It is actually Josh getting that first right. Captain's jumping nice and deep in, but Scouts going to be moving him into the dirt at least. They are managing to trade things just a little bit. Monica gets really aggressive, manages to pick up Eloquent, actually gets some really good damage towards Yeehaw as well, and takes him down. These scouts are just nuking. Oh my days. It's so easy for them.
Yeah, that was just all about the scouts on that mid. It was a pretty even fight, but then just a few crucial meat shots and it all changed out. Josh is still caught behind lines, by the way, so there's no way he's getting out of this mid alive without dying, and there we go. That's just going to be one less... like 200 HP less on last point for Ascent to kill here as they come in with this full Uber advantage. They're getting ready, just healing up, and then they're going to come in here with this full Uber advantage and try and see what they can do. There's a sentry gun and a pyro, but it's going to be tough here for nerdRage to hold.
Yeah, going to be nice and easy taking down that gun there as well. They see the stickies towards point. They know the demo is playing behind point towards water, so Domo's taking control of this position on top right now. The aggression towards the point sticks have been dead. There's a possible opportunity to go forward, but actually all the damage, all of the damage.
Oh my god, the counter aggression.
That was sick from nerdRage.
That was incredible coordination. Like, everyone just shot forward at the exact same time. It was sort of like a tidal wave of just nerdRage players just coming in there. That's a terrifying sight if you're Ascent. And that's a beautiful hold coming out here from nerdRage. There's still a soldier in spawn. He decides not to do anything about it. Just switches back. No way anyone can actually hold mid here. And, now nerdRage, they have this nice Uber advantage still. But, they've got to think about everything. There's going to be people above choke. There's going to be a sniper in spawn. There's going to be so many things for them to actually worry about. And, yeah, you can see they're just kind of dilly-dallying here in choke. They don't want to get forced out. But Mula, he has made the leap of faith, and he is in there. They have managed
to make it through. They did lose Josh for that, who was in just a little bit earlier. I don't think his team was quite ready to move forward, but ultimately they do still have this Uber advantage. They can't be going fast, all they remain 90% on the side of Seeds. They're going aggressive all the way towards Domin. They will be taking him down. Cooney getting that all-important frag, but 99% Seeds is using his Uber straight towards point. So everything now on the side of nerdRage is just going to be trying to back up and, I don't know, maintain any kind of players they currently have to move. Hitting a crispy little rocket won't make a great deal of difference, but does take down Classy, sends him to the spawn queue with a little peck on the cheek there. And Ascent
Well, it could
possibly
actually
look to
make a
continue.
big difference, just because having one scout less can make capturing the second point a lot more difficult. You know?
Yeah.
So time will tell whether or not it will make a difference. There's still a soldier above this choke. Oh, the air shot onto him, and Poppy just lives. He doesn't care. All right, so Josh, he's just gonna hit this for nothing. But the scout comes in there and actually cleans him up. And yeah, I think the second cap was just too slow. Now the counters. The push comes in there from Murder. He murders everyone. They haven't capped second yet, though. But that's the big deal right now. Look at this.
Yeah, they'll need
last.
to do that. You'll need to cap second. My brothers. One
this a
man,
digny
one man
cap?
on second. Thank you.
Does this count as a dignity cap? Not quite, but yeah, everyone now is going to come out. There's a pyro, and they're actually just going to Uber out right now and see if they can keep everyone in spawn. They need to get time on point, though. Otherwise, this is going to be pretty useless. Yeah.
Oh no. Oh
Yeah,
baby, no. Oh, it's a disaster push. They're just about getting these frags, but the air shot onto Josh. It's gonna be 3 people on river, and there's gonna be spawns coming in another 3 seconds. Alakor going all the way under point. It can maybe sticky point just a little bit. They're not quite looking. There's some stickies there. They have been there. It's going to be all important getting these. They're just about doing it. That is so sad if you're a nerdRage fan.
Yeah, they did it a bit too hard there. They chased too much. They got too excited. They forgot to leave someone on the cap. Or at least they should have realized earlier that they need to just send back a scout to cap it out fully. And then that Uber was just useless. It didn't do anything. Like, there's just not enough people there. But now they're going to be holding the second point. Ubers are almost even. It's like a tiny advantage for Ascent. And pushing out with even Ubers is very difficult from last. But actually, it is working out pretty well. Like, Uber's just going to meet here and choke.
Ooh. Yeah, Classy's actually just going all the way in. They've taken so much damage on the side of nerdRage, but they haven't used their Uber. And they're picking up that frag as well. Maul living on, like, no HP at all. That's pretty fast. So even losing control a second, they now should be able to retake it for free. And they've got the Uber advantage. Hey, here's another shot at pushing last. Let's give it a go, boys.
Yeah, Captain just barely manages to survive that. And hey, if you're new here, welcome. We just saw the game messaging as this Uber comes in, super aggressive, takes down the sentry gun immediately. There's actually still this pyro trying his best to stop this Uber. He's doing a pretty good job of it, but players just come in from all the sides. But Demo Man is still in this water holding strong, and I don't think actually that nerdRage will be able to do much about this. Josh is hiding in water, and he's not going to do much. He's dead.
Yeah, unlucky. Didn't quite have those rockets there. So we do see another little failed last push, and with nerdRage not really getting their spawns in, this is going to be Domo leading the charge, going all the way to start denying this choke point, get themselves this cap time, and obviously start thinking about how they want to play this big old Uber advantage. They got some options, you know. Maybe they're going to look to try and take this for free. Maybe they just want to go nice and aggressive. It does look like and start moving through choke. A lot of vision there on these players. They do see where these soldiers are, and Domo's actually going to be jumping straight on in. Not actually using Uber, gets in a nice little pipe, but actually just going to get cleaned up by Yeehawk because he's way too aggressive. I love the optimism, but now losing Tiger as well. This is a weird one.
That was a -2 Uber right there. They lost now 3 players, 4 players with the Uber advantage, so that didn't work out at all. They went for the very aggressive Uber, which I don't really like because they could see just how far back that Mula was standing. And they get punished for it really heavily right now. Now it's going to be this full Uber advancing onto last. They have even remembered to cap second, so this is looking good.
Brilliant. Absolutely love it. We do see this Uber getting used now. A couple players down each side. There's this Pyro. His stuff does seem to be the bane of nerdRage's existence. Somehow Alakor is finding himself in weird little spots as well, and like the big point play isn't happening yet at all. Tiger is somehow just like invulnerable. Basically, he actually gets arrowed just before getting arrowed by the enemy medic, and they're just gonna hold this again. Alakor just sitting there on left spawn in the end. Yeah, like I don't know. They just really don't seem to understand how to push these lads.
Yeah, they struggle with it a great deal. And now they have like another Uber advantage, and this is a little bit different than before, because before it was about like a 50 to 60% Uber on Mula, whereas now it's a lot lower. So maybe they don't need to go as fast. They're actually going to go drop down this time around. That's an interesting development, but they're going to get forced out underneath here. Yeah, like Caesar's not in a good position to really use this Uber, but Ellico once again is kind of caught in here, but there is a back cap going on actually from Demur that might pull some players back, but it looks like they're just going to stack mid instead.
Yeah, looks like they're not really going to care. Like, the times one back up was never going to make any real difference. And with having Elocore down, like, it's... yeah, you'd have, like, Josh to block, and that's basically it. So, doesn't really matter. It is going to be nerdRage walking all the way in. They do have the super advantage. They do want to take control of point, but with them all dead for 12 seconds, I don't know. It might be a bit of an opportunity for Ascent to try and at least spam a lot, try and get this force.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's no one up top. Okay, here comes the soldier in. They actually timed that out really well. I underestimated them there. They perfectly timed that, and Wula absolutely had to pop. And I was he's on 90%.
Yeah, they're going for it. They're going for this repush. Absolutely the correct play. You can see the respect nerdRage just gave them. They're like, boys, they're about to be getting this Uber, and they're going to keep on walking forward. Tiger leading the charge. They can use literally that eco. Look at that two-shot on that soldier. That's absolutely disgusting. It's still not actually used yet at all, so they've managed to get through the choke point. They'll get control of mid. Got a frag. 2 frags now. No soldiers on the side of nerdRage, and they force the entire combo out to lobby. Do they get second for free as well?
I think so. Like, everyone's just so far back, and the Uber is still so far away from
oh my god.
Yeah, that was so aggressive. I really like that. Just bullying them out and just kind of trusting their DM, and whenever you actually do hit your shot, you can just kind of ride that off. It kind of turns into an increasingly better and better situation for you, so you can just kind of ride the momentum really hard, and that's what they do. They are... Oh no, Elocore gets sticked! He got sticked!
How? In what world does that happen? You're defending last! What?
I don't know, he was like forward babysitting some stickies, and yeah, Captain just sticks him. No biggie. But yeah, they did lose both Tiger and Captain there, so I don't think they're gonna do much, and Elocore does not get punished for his mistake there. No banner either, not even a shotgun or something. See, this is something I want to see when pushing Gully last. I want to see soldiers start going shotgun. I don't care if you're a roamer. Just go shotgun, man. Like, what are you going to do, jump on Gully last?
Yeah. No, in banner, it's like, where are you going to jump? You're going to jump onto, like, the rim of point? Like, that's fine. That's one rocket jump. The downside to, having a shotgun or even, like, some kind of ban or something, like, weird, like, yeah, I can absolutely see that it makes sense. I will have to mention, though, 4 minutes left on the clock on the side of Ascent. Basically, if they get this round the next couple of minutes, they might be looking pretty good just to post this all the way to the end. Tiger, he tried going in water. He tried doing his thing, having a bit of fun. Unfortunately, both soldiers on nerdRage don't like fun. Goodbye, Tiger.
Yeah, there's a soldier waiting down there, but, it also does mean that he's like a pretty opportune target for them to actually go for. So we will see. Usually you just send a single scout into water and then you start working on things with your soldiers. There is a pyro that's going to reflect things, but if you jump in 2 soldiers, then it's going to be very difficult for the pyro to actually keep the medic safe with just a single air blast per like half a second. Scout now has been sent into water. Demul has been sent to med him, and there's going to be a bit of a fight in there, and yeah, a very enclosed area. But Scout has actually snuck into secret. Do they know? Yeah, they know. Okay. Kind of. Oh my god, Classy actually just takes down Josh there. That was kind of disgusting.
That was a bit of the old friendly neighborhood scout class right there. Speaking of which, there are none on the side of Ascent, so they're kind of just peeking product. You do see a soldier go all the way to point, like there's just nothing he's going to be able to do yet. He was going to, perfectly mash his right click, and actually is going aggressive all the way towards main. You're just basically walking on into a scout.
Oh, he was reflecting those scattergun shots so well, man. That works, right? No? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Pretty sure.
Yeah, that was probably a bit of an overextension there. Like, I guess it was kind of a counter-attack. You can, you get to do some silly stuff if you have a big man advantage. But Soda's going to now jump in onto this medic and only gets one decent rocket off. And Doma, once again, is just being so aggressive. Clash is going to jump in very aggressively here as well. Now it's going to be Demul that's going to try and see if he can go on a bit of an adventure here and maybe get the prize at the end. Not a princess, but a medic kill, something like that.
Possibly. We do see Josh getting nice and aggressive towards the point. Gullywash actually be the one going down here, so Ascent's not looking super good to be holding this at all. We do see this damage towards the players on choke as well, but they will escape with their lives now with 1 minute 50 on the clock. A decision has to be made if you're on the side of nerdRage. Do we continue going? Do we go for this all or nothing push, get the round, and possibly lose it as well? Or do they try and slow this down and play for the golden cap on map 1? Yeah,
they have about 1 minute and 30, so I don't know. It kind of feels like neither team would actually want to push in this situation, as weird as it sounds. And this is the best of 5 that starts super late. So of course we're going to sit around and go into like golden cap. That just makes sense.
It wouldn't be TF2. It wouldn't be TF2 otherwise. Okay, we're going to see 5 golden caps today.
Yeah. I will actually note an observation I made on that last push out. It was that nerdRage kind of took a bit of a risk by not covering the lower area, not perfectly. So I would definitely keep my eyes on whether or not maybe Tiger or Classic can sneak in through lower and back cap later on if we go into golden cap. Or just even a later situation as we actually do have a push here from Joe. And Poppy is just going to destroy Yeehaw.
Ooh, crispy little 5-step from Eloquent's going to be picking up Classy, so this is, it's fairly equal pairs up until Captain goes down there as well, and it's actually nerdRage. Even though it's equal, they're like, we actually genuinely do not care about second at this point. All we care about right now is that nothing gets onto our last point. 33 seconds left on the clock. It's now basically impossible for nerdRage to do like a coast-to-coast, so this is basically free time for Ascent. They can do their off-uber push, they can walk around in. Tiger's already gone down, good damage, taking down the Yeehaw Pyro. There's still a heavy to deal with, and so many players are just not really there at all.
Demo did die, but so did everyone else from
Domo! Gets that sticky all the way towards point. There's a heavy there, one pipe not quite hitting the rest of them. 11 seconds now, he's going to be trying to commit all the way through, but Kunu, the heavy main, is going to be defending this for his team, and with that last frag, this is going to be golden cap, map 1 on Gullywash.
Yeah, an honest-to-God good effort there from Ascent. I think they just kind of looked at the clock and went, alright, once it hits X, we're just going to push. And then because at that point we can't get pushed all the way back to our last. So, yeah, that worked out pretty well. They got second. They actually got a shot at pushing it on last. They could. So, yeah, first map, and we already go to golden cap. It's the old champs versus the new champs.
Possibly. Just to clarify regarding the golden cap situation, in case anyone's not aware of the rules of how golden cap works, it'll be a 10-minute golden cap where it's either the first person to score a round within that time, or it is whoever holds mid at the end of those 10 minutes. So, yeah, depending on when you last played TF2 or what league you play in, sometimes there are slight variances. So, just to clarify, those are the rules we will be using. No idea. We'll find out. We'll find out who wins this one. As we're going to be going into our golden cap here, this is Lockdown Throwdown issue number 2. Oh! The edge bug from Domo is going to be so slightly slower. Doesn't matter at all, but he's going to see if he can rain down death onto Big Door. Nothing super important so far. A little bit of damage towards Eloquent. There's so many of these players on the side of nerdRage. Not even
running heavy
into mid. What? They heavy? Is this heavy sniper?
Oh, the heavy weapons platform.
I love it. I love it. Look at this. They take down both soldiers, and now they decide to enter the mid fight. They're like, all right, boys, we're in now. What are you going to do?
Yeah, this is the old school, like, Lego strat. Like the coin, no, not coin, like the Hunter heavy to mid, right? And the sniper. We always used to call it in Lego, we called it the heavy weapons platform, where Natural just, like, waddled out to mid on heavy. And he just sat there. just like killed everyone that dared come close to Helbert, basically, right? So
I love it.
I
love it so much. And it works, right?
Back.
It works. I'm just absolutely gonna shout that out. We do see Tiger on the Spy getting just this little bit of information. Obviously, they're gonna be aware there is a heavy and a sniper, so it's gonna be pretty difficult to try and get things in, other than possibly this Spy. I mean, Mula should be aware that this is a possibility, right? Like, if you're gonna do anything in this situation, it's probably gonna be a Spy.
Yeah, like 2 off classes are usually responded to by another off class of some sort. That's just sort of a pattern there is. And Tiger, I don't think he's going to be
They've just critted in, and Siege just used his Uber. We do see Tiger actually getting the backstab onto Demul before losing his own life, and now there's a bit of a continuation here. And someone gets out, but Siege dies. What is happening? What is this chase? What is happening?
They went full gimmick, and it's working.
How is this gimmick working?
Kuna went into water
down as well.
Now.
Josh trying to get super deep, but he's not committing to the frags, and then it's just one. I don't. Peter, help me.
Oh, it's heavy. It's heavy. He can kill everyone. Okay, not quite. That was very, very close. I didn't notice it was a crit streak, but they went heavy sniper crits to mid.
I love it.
Yeah,
they've already won in my heart. Okay.
Yeah, like imagine, like we have perfect vision and we saw everything and we still missed it. Yeah. You know, so I think they're just trying to overwhelm Ascent with gimmicks right now, and hey, it almost worked out really good. Really good stuff. Did Mula die or switch off of crits? He did not, right? Oh, he did. Okay. He did die.
Yeah.
That's
Mula
probably
died.
for the better.
Yeah, probably. They've actually gone back to like these regular classes and the regular medigun because, you know, I mean, they still have control of mid. Technically, in a cool 7 minutes, they've won anyway, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's definitely what they're going for.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Seeds, he has the tiny Uber advantage right now. It looks like they're not really trying to push this. You can see nerdRage, they are holding far back, and now they're going to move forward as they actually get their own Uber. So just a small little adjustment here. Mula is actually dropping down, rotating heels into big door. They might try to go for the scout sneak behind, but you can see the stickies already here from Domo. If someone decides to just quickly duck down there into the lower area. But they might have spotted it. Soda's actually going to go in.
Ooh, that's... Oh, he hits one. Really nice direct off that jump, but if it hit like any damage before, or if there's any follow-up, that absolutely could have been what they needed, but it isn't going to be it. We do see Sticky's picking up Captain, actually going to be forcing the scout all the way in. Tiger, the slippery little snake that he is, going to be getting himself out there alive, gets himself an arrow. He's going to be healthy again. nerdRage, it's like they can't really follow up now, especially with this Demol sniper. That was so close to being able to move off that momentum.
Indeed. How do you quickly go for like counter aggression when you have a sniper? It's pretty difficult, especially when you're not already in position. So yeah, they're just going to rotate into big door right now, just to kind of work on the Demol sniper. We already saw before how good he is at just quickly sniping people off when they just peek for the tiniest of moments. And you can see there's some real fear in Domo's face, right? Like he doesn't want to peek in here right now. And this is a pretty good sniper situation, like or a place to do it, to be honest. Like because at some point they're going to be sort of out of ammo and reloading and not really ready, and then you can just go for the hero shot, and you know the medic's just going to be standing up against the wall, so his movement is limited. So it's a pretty decent situation. He has rotated up to the choke right now. Maybe someone needs to go into choke and just take some damage to bait people in. I think they actually just spotted Demol as well, so maybe not the best. And we actually have Captain on sniper. When was the last time you saw that?
I don't think ever. Ooh, hitting that crispy headshot onto Yeehor, opening things up, showing off his sniping prowess and getting himself a little bit of speed here. Didn't quite manage to hit this all-important shot, but we do see just super aggression. Tiger just walks in, just kicks out Elego, he's on the floor. And now this is scary if you're on the side of nerdRage, and especially if you're Mula, who's just about dropping down behind point. You got to get out before this all-important sniper. Demol!
Oh, I thought that was the medic. I was getting all excited, but Demol, yeah, he just takes down Captain. I could swear he was looking at the medic. But yeah. Actually, they're going to use the Uber to block the point right now to just get them away. That's very interesting use of an Uber.
That was such a nice flash from Seeds. Like, that one little flash from Seeds literally saved Domo, and actually may be able to allow them to hold this. There's so much damage being dealt to these Ascent players. They are kind of getting caught towards elbow. They're surely just going to be absolutely collapsed. But these pipes from Elacor is just nuked on the stickies as well. This one
Single
is trying to do his little thingy. And he's not. They fully wiped them.
They just fed in one by one. Yeah, that was using the Uber to just block the point, and they have better spawners, and they just kind of trusted that, and they ended up having the high ground, and just players barely surviving, and it just sort of snowballed out of control there for Ascent. Now they're going to be left with this Uber disadvantage to come in. They do have a bit of time to actually build a sentry or get a heavy up or what have you. The Uber only just now finished out for Mula, so let's see where they decide to go from. But hey, Tiger going down early, that's a nice little gift. Definitely want to go now. Like, go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they're going to want to before Seed's going to be looking to get his Uber. Josh has actually already gone down. Captain just basically ran past them. Okay, but Cooney's just on point. There's no stickies. No one's there to block it. He just stands on it. Come on.
GG. So that was map number 1. It goes to the reigning ETF champions nerdRage. But that was hard fought.
Right. I think we're going to be going live in just a couple seconds. We did just see nerdRage just about manage to win that first map. Do you want to go make some cheeky predictions?
I'm going to predict another really close match. Like, I genuinely don't win. I think it's going to be it's going to be a 1-to-1 match. And then once we get to the golden cap, I'll decide then. But what's your thoughts?
When we go to golden cap number 2. Yeah, I think it is. It's exactly like I said. It's super hard to predict. I'm gonna think like, yeah, it's gonna be really, really close. I think it's just gonna come down to a coin toss. Like, it's gonna be back and forth for most of the game, but tail end, I think it will end in regulation time. But I mean, let's find out, because this is gonna be it going into map 2 here, going CP Metalworks of our lockdown throwdown number 2 grand finals. This is Ascent versus nerdRage here. Watching Domo on his cheeky little roller. Going to be moving towards lower. Get this vision of Elikor. Elikor, what are you laying down those stickies to do some really significant damage to Domo? A bit scary there, but no one's going to be on that immediate follow-up. Teams taking their own little bit of high ground before making a decision of how exactly they want to engage here. Captain does have a lot of opportunities. His left-hand wall can get him super, super high. He's just going to be getting nice and deep towards his high ground. They're taking down Josh, and there's really no one on nerdRage at all. They're happy. Goodbye.
Yeah, that was such a passive mid from both teams. I'm kind of surprised. I can't remember the last time I saw a mid when no soldier at all took to the skybox. It's just such a staple of this mid, but nobody did it. I might have Tiger trying to sneak his way in here through lower. He's definitely pretty far in, and okay, he's just going to get banged up against the wall there, and the move will take him down. So maybe we'll see a counter sack. It can be pretty rough to do a quick counter sack from second into mid. It's like a long distance from where you hold to get to where you would jump off of to get to the medic. So.
Yeah. So I will say your fun little fact for the minute is that this is, I believe according to my information, nerdRage's map pick. So Ascent was, Ascent was the team to pick Gullywash. So this is actually probably, I mean, logically it should favour nerdRage. They clearly reckon it does, which is why they picked it as a second map. We do see Captain going nice and deep, actually all the way towards the medic now. He just lives for so long. Oh.
Yeah, it's a disaster to actually let him through the doorway. When a medic goes away like that, you know, he runs away from his team. Like, it's really important that that doorway gets blocked, and it did not. And then Captain just had so much time to just get off those rockets, and yeah, full credit to Captain there, but also a bit of a mess up there coming up from nerdRage. So now Ascent, they're gonna go through lower, it looks like. And actually, nobody is with Seeds. They just got spent out so hard.
Oh god, he doesn't want to use. He absolutely does not want to use his 40 HP. He literally went down to 30 there. If Yeehor wanted to continue that, he absolutely would have at least forced him, possibly dropped him. But the balls of steel from Seeds is actually going to keep them alive, able to almost go forward. Mula is on 95%. Uber's now going to get used, but Mula's all the way towards his right-hand side. No one is going to be chasing onto him. As he beefing uncharacteristically.
Josh just stood there like, yeah, just kill me, bro. And they're like, nah. They just left him.
Don't fancy it.
Like, in that kind of situation, I think I would have just, like, shot the Uber and died. Like, like that's just kind of what I would have done. You know? But no, Josh, he just stood there and he lived to tell the tale, and now they have this full Uber advantage to go on.
Elikor's bomb, he's going nice and deep, gets that little sticky, doesn't actually even do any damage to Seeds, but he wants to go on the follow-up as well. He's basically...
gets the demo man. And he surfs out. Okay, not quite well enough to get away from Poppy there, but yeah, Domo, he feels persecuted, that's for sure.
He's just sitting there like, why me? Why, of all people there, why me?
Yeah. Actually, a few people have just gone way too deep here for nerdRage, so they just threw this away. And it turns out that Elikor's bomb in there was just the first of many. Oh, that's a Roma duel right there.
Oh, soldier class, man. It ain't right. It just ain't right. Ascent recapping that midpoint. Domo on his way to meet his buddies there. It is going to be slight Uber advantage. Mula once again, exact same position on 90% and going to be super far away. So there's surely no way they're going to be getting all the way towards this medic. If they can get this little bit for free, yep, damage has been dealt. Actually, Mula's using considerably earlier. Oh my god, Caesar just doesn't even have to use. He's taking 0 damage. He's just only used now, but they've got so many frags already. Kunu, Josh, and Mula all going down. And Yeehor as well, super aggressive towards his right-hand side. Even with that escape, this is an absolutely perfect opportunity for Ascent to walk in. No heals for 6 more seconds there. Ascent just needs to pick a doorway and commit to it. The more they dilly-dally, the more likely it is that these heals are going to get up. We do see, crispy rockets from Captain to take down Elikor. Double 2 crucial frags, and even combining with Pat to take down Yeehor, this should be looking so good. Just need the boys to relax, reload some stickies on Domo, play towards the point. This should be all that they need.
It should be all that they need, but Kuno is still alive. It's a single scout, but the Devilman has come in as well. Actually, Seed's going to be the one to get a kill there. And yeah, that was not exactly a clean cap, so to speak, but they got there in the end. They just sort of rode that man advantage and heal advantage going in there. I really liked how they didn't chase further once they got Moolah. Like, once they killed Moolah with the Uber, they just backed off, got a bunch of heals, capped out second, and they were completely happy to do that. And then that meant that once they were ready to push, they were really healthy to do it. So that's going to be 1-0 for Ascent here.
Yep, this is going to be new mid. Eloquo getting super weak, actually getting some decent damage towards Doman with getting this arrow from his medic. He's going to be trying to walk on forward. Frags traded each way. Ooh, Domo going down. Nice little pipe there from Eloquo, and picking up Tiger as well. Means there can be a nice continuation here. Seeds, surely he's going to get caught. He's trying to dodge and dive, and there's no one really quite on him. They're just not 100%. He gets in right behind heal. Oh my god, he's got to get all the way towards spawn. There's so many players chasing him. Surely he's going to die here. 6 health.
Oh my god, that was so close. That was like the last pistol shot in Kuno's round. And that was that. They haven't gotten mid. They chased really hard, but that was definitely worth it. You know, you look kind of dumb when you do this, when you don't kill the medic, but when you do kill the medic, you look like a genius.
Yeah. It's like, that's super, super crucial, because not only did they get that frag, but now they can get control of mid, and because it was so late as well, it basically like buys you like 120% Uber advantage, right? Because then it means, you know, you can kind of chill and heal up and kind of do whatever. They did lose Josh, which isn't ideal. It's not like, you know, brilliant or whatever, but they still have every opportunity that they want to try and move forward. The disaster right now would to get forced here and get like nothing for it.
Tiger's run in behind, and he has been spotted by Josh, and actually both soldiers on 5 HP. Okay, he's going to get cleaned up here. But they did take 3 players to do it. They actually have Ubered in here on like no medic. Captain will get taken down, but he is the only one that's far forward. So I kind of a blind Uber, I think.
Pappy blocking the point. He just jumps straight on in. He gets some decent damage, but the wall tanks it perfectly for Moolah, and he's not really going to get anything at all. They're actually both soldiers down. A 20-second respawn on Pappy. God, that's a little bit painful. nerdRage want to capitalize off this by trying to get all the way towards point, getting some decent damage, and
it gets the Uber force. That's crucial.
Exactly what they needed. Even with a triple sack, it's really not that bad. Ooh, nice pipe there. Nice pipe there from Eloquo.
I was waiting with bated breath to see if that second one was just like magnetically gonna find that scout. Not quite, but you never know with Eloquo. He is a scary man to get joggled by, that's for sure. So second will fall. They lost a lot of players there for that sack, but you know, when you have a big Uber disadvantage and you have a man advantage, going for the medic sack is a really good idea, and they executed it very well. They're gonna come in and actually just Uber in immediately. Again, just sort of preemptively making sure that they don't lose anyone. But it's actually going to end up trading 1-for-1 and getting the second point.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be perfectly fine, but actually Ascent don't even want to give this up. They're about to get their Uber, and they even managed to block the cap, which allows them so much more time. They could really look to go at any point. Looks like Doma's reloading his stickies to try and go for it. Yep, Uber's going to get used. It's going to be Moolah trying to get towards this doorway. Takes just a little bit of damage. The continuation, the pipes being hit from Doma. Oh,
what?
Crispy!
That was nuts. Everything just hit perfectly there from Domo. It's just going to be Josh that's just way back there. So, wow. I didn't think that Domo was going to do anything with that. Like, he got joggled really hard, but he just did the perfect combination of stickies and pipes to just hit everything and actually make that work out. So Moolah not going to get out of there. He's going to be on another Uber disadvantage. There's going to be no heals for any of the nerdRage here. And the soldier actually might get picked off in lobby. Looks like that's not going to be the case. The cavalry has arrived to save him and help him get out alive. But the second point...
Demol is in, and Seeds is just too good at this game. How did he still only take like 60 damage from that rocket? That's nuts. Maintaining that Uber advantage, and with a player advantage as well. This should be everything Ascent needs to get themselves at this round. Uber's going to get used nice and early. No jump from Domo this time. He's going to be priming his stickies to try and get this sentry gun down, which he has. Stickies towards point is the next issue, but he has to go play directly behind him. Shoots him into these stickies. He does at least pick up Kuno posthumously, and it will be the rest of his team. Oh!
Captain.
Captain.
It's like the Demul airshotting Classy and then getting propelled up and then getting airshot by Captain. So some fireworks going on here in this second Grand Finals map between Ascent and nerdRage. They are not holding back. And now we have a 2-0 situation here for Ascent. They've been looking pretty good so far in the second map, but it's not a roll by any means. It's like hard-fought round, but nerdRage, they definitely need to sort of recognize what's trying to go on here. And yeah, I'd like to see, they actually did a really different mid last time than the first one, and yeah, it looks like this is going to be another mid as well from them.
Yeah, pretty passive here initially. Josh desperately trying to deal with these scouts, but unfortunately not going to be hitting those crucial little directs. You see a lot of dodging and diving, and it will be Ascent going to tail end of things. And of course, just hitting stuff. Both these demos, in fairness, are hitting stuff, and Classy's actually not got the memory that his team's leaving at all. He's trying to commit all the way towards point, and he's just way overextended now. Domo's going to have himself a rough little time. He's going to try and escape with seeds here. And actually, that one little pipe preventing the scout from chasing is super crucial. They do actually manage to get all the way back to second, which means they'll get their Uber and they'll get the spawns. So there's a chance of them managing to keep control of second.
Scout gets launched forward right now, so he is in, but yeah, not going to die. So it's actually going to be... Oh my god, the Scout got launched into seeds. So that's actually a really fast force there from Kuno. And he might survive? Okay, he doesn't. There would have been no justice in this world if he actually managed to get out of that one. But yeah, both teams, they lose a player. That usually favors the defending team because they can just kind of sit back and wait for the respawners to come in. And you can see they are just playing as passively as they can get away with while still spamming it out. And yeah, Ascent, they recognize that and they just go back and they're going to wait for spawners themselves.
Yeah, nice and chill. With both Ubers getting used, it's like a 4% advantage for Muller. You know, it's not going to be anything which is like actually usable, so it will be a little bit of a stalemate where you've got 18 minutes left on the clock. Ascent obviously leading this 2-0. They're feeling pretty comfortable here on what was actually nerdRage's pick, so it'll be interesting to see if nerdRage have some magic up their sleeves to try and get some nice sack attempts in.
Yeah, they've rotated around into the flank area. This is basically where you want to launch your soldier from. Yeehaw goes down very weak. Tiger was chasing, not able to find him before he meets the rocket of Josh. And now we got another soldier not able to get out of there. So two soldiers, no, sorry, a soldier and a scout have gone down right now. And yeah, Josh gonna go in very aggressively into lower. And no one else really followed in there. Only one was Elikor.
That was really scary from Elikor right then. He manages to just like dodge a pipe. The entirety of nerdRage there being brave boys, trying to move all the way towards point. It looks like there will be a trade. Kuno is the first one to get this Uber, and he's actually going to be taking down Classy because Season Dover basically fell to the floor. That's really sad. With these two players down, they feel like they want to try and contest this point a bit. They know the damage is good. They do have a reason to be going for this, especially with Domo being the powerhouse that he is. It's possible, but the second they start losing these players, Tiger and Happy, that basically means that, yeah, they need to get out and they need to get out fast. This opens up such a beautiful opportunity for nerdRage to off-Uber push. This is still 60% before Seeds is anywhere near as Uber, so if they can get in nice and quickly, this damage on Domo is so crucial, but just getting in as well, and this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect for them. Oh!
The Elikor flank demo man just comes in from the side, deals a ton of damage. He didn't get many kills there, but he did a ton of damage, and it was so good. And, you know, maybe it's just, like, that's what he wanted to do this entire time, just to be the flank demo man. That's why he's looking so disconnected sometimes. But, yeah, really crucial round here for nerdRage. They were kind of falling behind. You can kind of get hopelessly lost here, you feel like. And my prediction of 1-1 is already wrong. Thank God. It's a little bit faster than that. But look how fast Elikor is.
Oh, as always, getting really nice damage towards Domo, but it's not enough to get any of his soldiers to get goaded into jumping nice and deep. So we find ourselves another little sand around, look at each other, have a little wave. How's it going, guys? Do you want to jump? No, I don't want to jump. Yeah, I don't want to jump. You know, we're all a little bit weak. No one's going to be going for that big old commit. Happy, let's try and do something. He's going to be going down to Maul. Gonna whack his noggin, but turns out that's what they need. Bonk your noggin, win the mid.
That's how you do it. Sort of gets sent into the sky with the captain who will survive that. Yeah, another mid where both teams just sort of sit back, and then Elikor manages to do a bunch of damage, and then there's really good follow-up on that. So I'm inclined to suspect that his mumble is indeed working, because the focus firing is indeed working. You know, people follow up on Elikor's damage really well. So great job there. And usually the big thing with holding this second point is that it can be very difficult to hold everything, all the entrances, right? So if you put pressure on lower and the flank at the same time, that'd be very difficult. And somehow Demur doesn't die despite suiciding in. And then Yeehaw, he is in lower as well. He will get taken down, and Joss has died as well here. So basically amounts to a two-man sack here, getting 1 kill in return. So a bit of an uncomfortable situation here for Mula. He's going to be under a ton of pressure in the next like 10 seconds.
Yeah, this is super scary. Actually, you did see Seeds get basically down to 50 HP there towards his valley position, so a little bit scary. Random bits of spam could have maybe spelled the end of him. My god, Tiger, he just went straight on in now, didn't he? Okay, this is, not looking too good for Ascent. Players have gone down. Their peeking and prodding didn't amount to much. They're going to have to be getting all the way back to second to lick their wounds a little bit. Oh no. Oh god, no, they're not getting back at all. There's actually no one with Seeds whatsoever. It's actually just be Classy alone on point, and he's going to get taken down, surely, by Yeehaw.
Classy just got bounced around so hard right there. He tried to go out. He really did. There's just no way. So the faster they can actually force out the super from Seeds, the better. Seeds is holding on really well here. This is a 3 on like 5 situation, but the spawners are about to come out here. So this could be a very scary situation for nerdRage. They need to like commit or get out pretty soon, and they are committing.
Yep, looks like they're going to Jamal. Oh! What a sick arrow, but they're still playing towards point with everyone looking at the skybox. They're going all the way there. The spawn is just about coming in. Seeds is on this point, trying to get desperately the rest of his players with him. Captain still getting these heals, still having to reload all these rockets. This is the difficult bit, and he has a scout. He's 300 though. Yeehaw, he manages to pick up Seeds. Is he going to get Captain?
Mula just left him. It doesn't matter.
Yeehaw, what a beast!
Doesn't need a medic. look at the cowardly Mula. He is way out of there, man.
Right now, I can guarantee Yeehaw's just like, brother, you got to put some faith in me. I'm owning this.
Yeah, that was very interesting. It was a soldier and a medic against a scout and a medic, and the scout and the medic won because he just like focus fires the medic. It's a very unusual way of going about that fight, but it worked out for Yeehaw there, despite not having a medic on him. Just the height advantage was too good. 2 to 2.
Class, man. Scout class. So here we go. This is nerdRage making their way back into things. Another mid. This time it's going to be Ascent going nice and aggressive there. They do lose the first player. It forced so many of these nerdRage players all the way back now, and with Eloquor getting picked up by Tiger on the tail end of that fight, a recontest in nerdRage is basically not going to be possible. So nothing too bad right now. They will be missing a down man for about 5 seconds, so these doorways will be slightly harder to be holding nice and close. Possible big bombs if Ascent are feeling it. Yep, Soldier's going to be jumping on in towards point actually. The rest of his team's going to be moving on with him. Nice arrows actually, keeping the Soldier alive. But Classy picking up Yeehaw, going to make this just a little bit nice for them to keep on moving forward.
Tiger's made his way in from the flank as well, or from the top. And he got a nice kill there. He has actually eventually been picked off, and all of a sudden this is turning around. Seeds is in a situation where he's almost certainly going to have to pop to get out alive.
Oh!
Actually going to drop his demo man. He just doesn't want to pop, but he eventually ends up doing it, only popping on a single soldier. And yeah, they're just going to have to waddle out of there. And we saw this from Mula as well early on. Actually, Captain didn't follow his medic. Now he's onto the enemy there. Very sneaky play there from Captain. That was... that's not something you normally see where you just abandon your medic to go for the play, but it almost worked out for him. So good try there. But yeah, like we saw Mula drop his demo man earlier, not wanting to pop. Now we saw Seeds do the same thing, and I'm beginning to think it's a mistake.
It's only fair. It's only fair, you know. I will say, Demul needed the health back. Didn't take the health back because Mula needed it more. Shout out to Demul being a nice boy. Unfortunately, not a shout out to Josh, who has unfortunately died. Uber has got used here. They've got just nothing. Just nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. nerdRage have got nowhere in on second. They've actually lost a player. They've got it back all the way to mid, and now Seeds is 97%. Getting ready to possibly nuke forward. I've just seen a soldier get very, very high up in the air. He's on the fence spot. Does anyone look? They've used the Uber all the way, so it's not even like he can get a weird drop, but I mean, maybe this can be used for like the big recontest when they're all standing on point. Oh, Demul. He's in. One rocket, two rockets. Oh, it's beautiful. And he gets another on Captain. The damage is so, so good. He is a ninja.
And he blocked point as well with that, basically, as well. Josh going to get just plus forward by a scout here. Classy, you know, almost certainly going to get this soldier. No, somehow the pipe there from Eloquor, but Demul with the high. We talked about it earlier. The vents on mid, you can stand on them. You have to, like, really crank your neck to spot that. And nobody did. And just beautiful play in there by Demul, getting the medic and another kill. And yeah, they're even gonna move forward there and get Poppy, trades the soldier for them. And they do still have this big uber advantage that they can move on.
Yeah, they're going to be moving all the way through the shutter here. And we're actually just doing the 2 sticky jump, basically just teleporting into the entire enemy team. But then he manages to take down the sentry gun. Does now pick up Tiger as well. Gonna have to reload some stickies to take this elongated fight. Thankfully, they're not too concerned about Seeds getting this uber just yet, and they're just picking up every player they need right now. And this is nerdRage after going 2-0 down, 3-2. Looking pretty good right now, and there is 10 minutes left in the game. It's not like it's over by any means, but this is a pretty good comeback already.
Yeah, the momentum is real. Just as soon as they got that first round, it seemed like they just figured it out and just managed to get away from Ascent when, like, Ascent, they didn't like roll them or anything. It's just like in those prolonged fight, Ascent seemed to win out, and now all of a sudden it seems to have shifted where it's now nerdRage that actually win those. As yeah, we've got some soldiers in the skybox.
Oh, crispy little rockets there from Demol, going to be picking up Seeds. So Mula going to be sitting there being like, right, all I want to do right now is keep myself alive, and they've just basically gone last at this point. Basically just all the way gone. So yeah, uber advantage conserved. They obviously lost a mid-fight, possibly not even going to be able to contest second just yet. Yeah, like this one is...
They're gonna go
like a
recap
repush,
it.
right?
Yeah. So it's not really gonna fall. I mean, there might be some spawners that are slightly better here for Ascent, but like there's no way that Ascent are gonna be able to hold on to this second point. Like it should fall so easily, but yeah, like and Demol, they need to be more aggressive, otherwise this is going to be a very ugly push out. And this uber advantage is getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, they're actually just going to uber out. Yeah, I don't like how they did this. That was actually too timid here from Ascent. The soldier is probably not going to get out alive. Yeah, Poppy, you will die. But that was that. So that actually worked out pretty well for Ascent. They managed to, exchange the second point for the uber, and now they're going to have the uber advantage themselves.
Yeah, trying. Oh, it's actually Crit Creek! The one sticky just shoots Alakor all the way into the side. They actually managed to trade with Yeehorn now. The rest of the crits are not going too well at all. Alakor getting that pipe onto Seeds. That's kind of crazy. Classies are trying to get on this flank, doing so much damage to the scout, but the rest of his team's not really able to follow up until Captain is. And they're going deep. Mula getting so close. This spawn door gets all the way in. Just about. Kunu, though, gets that one frag. Will get it traded out, but with Mula in the spawn door and Ascent, importantly, having not capped second yet, yeah, that's going to be not really too much of a problem for them at all. Nice little escape there from Mula.
So once again, we're in the situation where like it should be a recap, but this time around it looks like Ascent are not in a position to really contest it. They only have a single soldier forward that can contribute with any kind of spam. So it's been really back and forth eepily, but eventually it does seem like nerdRage have ended up with this advantage, and that just seems to be the thing. It's just these small advantages that nerdRage end up getting away with after like a bunch of fights. I don't see like any big obvious mistakes that the Ascent are making here, but like nerdRage right now, they're being pretty slow and passive, and that actually does mean that Seeds is about to have his own Uber, but Domo goes down. He was in very deep, and there's a soldier behind lines that could probably be picked off right now. So uncomfortable situation for both teams. Uber is actually going to get forced out here, and yeah, like nerdRage, they got a bunch of kills, but it's a 3-on-3. It's a soldier and scout versus 2 scouts.
It is, but actually Captain's managed to jump perfectly onto the low ground between 2 scouts, and he's going to suffer the consequences. Classy, though, has a lot to go for.
Mula again abandons his scouts.
Seriously? Mula? Mate, you've got some trust issues. Who hurt you?
Not sure. Like, once again, I really feel like if there had just been extra heals in that fight, they actually would have won it, because like 2 scouts, it's just better than a soldier and a scout in any kind of prolonged fight. Like the only way you lose that is if you make it a short fight with the burst damage from the soldier. And yeah, that is how they kind of lost that fight. It sort of ended up with a stalemate.
Definitely a little bit of a weird situation. We do see very tiny advantage here on the side of Ascent. Possibly could look to dot push if they want. It's about 8% or so, but Mula's so close to his own, and with 2 players going down the side of Ascent, they're going to have to be leaving all the way. The Uber's been used.
I didn't
see
see
what that
why.
was for.
Yeah. Domo's going to jump, and he does get the Uber force out, but that was very weird. Did C just have a stroke and like clicked it or something?
I'm
not sure.
That was really peculiar.
I just I was looking at it.
No idea, but I mean, ultimately, this is going to result in Ascent actually getting back spawns as well, I believe, right? So that's... Oh, no, I guess not. Maybe I'm a very, very stupid person. Either way, nerdRage are going to get themselves control of mid now. It is going to be basically equal Ubers. At least Seeds did manage to escape with his life. And we've got 5 minutes left on this clock. nerdRage, with a single round advantage, will be slightly more comfortable here. But at the same time, anything can happen. We do see Uber actually getting used immediately, 92% on the side of Mula. We do see Eloquent does get taken down. The rest of these players somehow managing to survive just a little bit. Nice shots from Tiger. Not even actually going to be picking up that soldier. And now Willa's got an Uber, and he's ready to re-push at any point. Oh,
They
you have to
want
make a
to
commit,
come in
boys.
Yeah, they pop it in. They managed to block the point. The Scout could still get on it technically, but no, it looks like nerdRage, they are waiting for that to happen. And there's even a soldier behind lines, but Captain has not been picked off. Second soldier going to come in here, not able to get it. And just it's not quite well synced up enough here for Ascent. It looks like a lot of players are just wanting to be a hero, and Classy is going to pick off Kuno there, but it just ends up being a trade. I think it might just be that you have a bunch of players that are really, really good, and you're just kind of running around trying to be heroes for Ascent. It's not quite organized enough, I feel. It's sort of like the Tiger thing where you run in and you do a bunch of stuff and then your team wins. And it kind of feels like everyone is doing that. Captain's jumping in behind. And yeah, it's just not quite working out so far. I'm not 100% sure what the deal is, but nerdRage, they are winning this right now.
They are. They're looking pretty good. We do see Ascent try and get all the way through the shot. They've taken so much damage. Uber is going to have to be used as well. Demol in the backline is going to get mulched by 2 scouts. Will be Ascent trying to get a little bit of cap time towards point, but the Uber's ready to go. Alako jumping in nice and deep, gets some decent little bit of damage. He's going to be trying to get onto Domo and the rest of these players, but somehow they've managed to really not get too much at all. Finally, a frag does go their way. Oh, and another one just fight as well, but this is surprisingly equal. The tail end of the fight, he's starting to look this little bit better. Yeah, okay. This will be nerdRage getting themselves control of second point. The spawners, they're going to be fairly soon on the side of Ascent, but they want to go super early. 4 seconds before these people come in. There's a lot on Classy's shoulders right now to try and keep himself alive. That does more frags to be pretty important. These stickies towards point are going to be super scary. They're getting this time on point. These players just only getting in as well. The Solemn Bow.
Wow. They get it just before the spawners comes in there. Really great job. And it was kind of unfortunate that it was actually a scout that spawned, I guess. Like, if that had just been a demo man, they probably could have done it in time. Maybe he wouldn't have got there, I don't know. But just, like, nerdRage, they're playing on a knife's edge right now, and it's just barely working. You know, like half a second more and the spawners come in, and that's a fail push. And all of a sudden, it's a very close match. So now it's 2 minutes remaining, and Ascent, they need 2 rounds. That's very difficult to do.
Yeah, it's very difficult. I believe we've been seeing a crit streak on the side of Mula as well, so I mean that's potentially an opportunity. 2 frags already in this form of Ascent. Oh, actually a 3rd one as well, a 4th, getting all the way onto Demol. It's actually Mula and Eloquent. Crit is going to get used, and he's not hitting anything. He hit absolutely nothing. This is actually completely doable right now. They wiped the entirety of the team. They're still 1 minute 45. They did that in 20 seconds.
Yeah, the only downside right now is that they chased with both scouts in order to do that. So they are going to have to send a scout back and cap it out, and they're going to be a little bit slower. But yeah, that was beautiful. There was like a crit sticky sitting right next to the Seeds there on the ground, and Eloquent just got killed before he could actually dead it. So yeah, great mid coming out from Ascent. They really need this, and they just need to push in here. Like, they can't wait at all, and they're just going to leave immediately.
Oh, the headshot from Kunu may be everything that nerdRage is looking for. No Domo means no stickies towards point, which means they can just sit around forever, and it's the rest of nerdRage just obliterating these Ascent players. Classy tries to go in on 10 HP, and it's not going to happen. Possibly that one headshot saving what could have been an incredible comeback. This looks like this is nerdRage securing this 2nd map here in this grand finals, possibly looking to end it all in 3.
Yeah, Kuno and Iha with the offensive GGs, as I like to call it. You know, they GG'd first. I don't know, it's not quite the same as in StarCraft, because in StarCraft there's not like a time limit, you know. Everyone kind of knows what's coming in this. Kuno's just going to get completely overwhelmed there. You know, Mula is just like, yeah, I'm staying alive. I've been abandoning my players all game in order to not die, and yeah, he's just gonna bump it off right now. We have a scout duel. Yeehaw versus Tiger. Yeehaw's gonna win it. He had a bit of an advantage going into it. Come on, Pyro, you can do this.
Go on, some big play. Captain not showing off his pyro prowess, dying a few seconds of the game. Looks like this will be Metalworks ending 4-2. And remember, the Ascent were 2-0 up, like, I don't know, 8 minutes into this game. And then, yeah, for nerdRage to come back and make it 4-2, that is kind of crazy.
Alright, moving on to the third map, which is Snakewater. So it's 2-0 for nerdRage. So if they win this, they win the grand final and they get to go to bed. If not, we're in here for the long run.
That's the reward. We're not going to say anything about the prize pool, of course, contributed by your boys Critscast and Manco Store. No. The real reward is getting to go to bed and not get fired. Boys, well, this is going to be it. Possibly our third and final map here, but definitely it's going to be a good one here. Snakewater, as we go into map 3, our grand finals here. Ascent versus nerdRage in our lockdown throwdown tournament number 2. Going to be watching Alicorn roll himself out to mid, nice and speedy, as he was very, very often on Metalworks. Going to be waiting for this big opportunity for these soldiers to start initiating. Jamal going straight over point, gets himself a nice little skip, and actually it's going to be a distraction, pulling 2 players back, gets some good damage, and he will be getting taken down here. Domo has gone down, but the rest of the Ascent players have managed to surge forward just a little bit, picking up 2 frags, all importantly. Kunu now trying to get just a little bit of high ground along with his medic, but the players are not with nerdRage at all. They're going to have to back it up and conceding this mid.
Yeah, not like a pretty good job of actually retreating there. There was basically one guy that gave his life so that the rest of his team could escape there. So Ascent, they're gonna be kind of shocking around, see if they can actually get their way in here and force everyone out through the door. But yeah, you can see Mula, he doesn't want to do that at all. He's actually pretty weak, but he should get forced very easily. But no, what was that rocket from Captain? That was so weird. I've never seen him miss that badly, and Mula was like weak. So Mula really dodges a rocket there, very literally. So
that was pretty scary. Pretty squeaky bomb time there, but credit where it's due. Keeping control of that Uber is basically going to mean keeping control of second point, possibly even keeping them in this round. Like a drop there could have literally just been like the round 100%. So important stuff there. They're going to be moving obviously a little bit further forward now, going to be playing for these positions. Obviously, from Ascent's point of view, they can peek different doorways. They can start moving towards lower, start moving towards this right-hand side, and nerdRage always have to be aware that if that does happen, you can only let them get so far. After a certain point, if they're going to walk in, you've got to take that trade and you've got to deny that position.
See Soldier currently, you see Captain in the window, and usually what you see is that you have one soldier like playing through the side area, and then you have one soldier in the window, and you're just waiting for the demo men to dead one of the places basically, and then or like for the team not to be looking one place, and then you jump one of the soldiers in. There's a little more to it with some distracting and scouts running forward and demo spamming and whatnot, but that's basically what it boils down to as a spectator. But never mind that. Tiger, I told you, I called it. He's ready. This is only the first of many headshots, I guarantee it.
The first of his 41 frags already, and it's so impressive how just that one sniper, that one headshot as well, basically just opens up so much position. Now, the body shot on Alicorn, that's super crucial. Nearly even gets a headshot towards Yeehaw as well. It's actually going to have to be the entirety of nerdRage just running away. They're like, right, boys, we got to get all the way onto last. But even with a demo down, possibly Ascent want to keep on moving forward. They do have a sniper themselves in the form of Kunu. Not actually quite got his little buff yet, so he's not going to be feeling like taking this 1v1 with Tiger. And now he's going to be getting his buff. Oh, double, nice rocket there. Really good damage. Finding with Alicorn to take down Tiger, so the sniper threat no longer
Yeehaw
exists.
wins on the flank as well against Captain. So all of a sudden it's Ascent that's down 2. And oh my god, look at the aggression coming out from Yeehaw. Not quite going to be able to secure the last kill there. He will get picked off, but yeah, Demul, he is in deep. You can see he's just looking for the opportunity there, and Kuna's going to take down Domo. So yeah, Ascent, they move forward at their own peril right now, and I think they might have gone too far as Kunu hit the air headshot onto Poppy. That's just nuts.
That is super crispy. Mula's actually not even used to Uber yet. Somehow Alicorn gets a crispy little surf from a scatgun shot of all things. Manages to get himself out alive. Josh, though, tried to follow up and try to prevent these players from getting out the choke point, but ultimately it was just a little bit too far. Matter too much, though. Demul is going to have to get a health pack and an arrow there, get himself healthy. Still got this Uber, though. With a sniper, they kind of have to use it early. They've delayed just a little bit. I would imagine that is just to ensure that Josh is alive in case anything weird does happen on the tail end of the fight. But it does look like they're going to be moving forward now, and Elacor's going to be jumping nice and deep. But with Seeds basically just like on a different map at this point, they're not going to be catching him in any way. Only Pappy can they pick up.
Yeah, Uber gets used, but it doesn't get a whole lot. So now we have Seeds on this Uber advantage, and it can be a bit tricky to use that when you have a sniper. Tiger could potentially just go back and switch to Scout, but it looks like he's committed to this sniper class. So he's just sitting back, and they should probably start moving forward right now because, you know, look how far away Mula is on this or not last point, but this midpoint. He is way in deep. He's just waiting for that demo man to like shoot out of the door with an Uber. So he wants to be very close to a corner that he can just run around. But yeah, it looks like eventually Ascent have made their way forward. Actually on the flank, Demul and Yeeha try their best to get around, and they're going to actually end up trading 1-for-1.
This is really, really weird. Everyone's just taking so much damage on the side of Ascent. You actually see a little bit of a backup as well. This Uber's just not going to get used at all for Seeds. He's just like, well, okay, we're going to walk all the way back to second now. Ascent with these 2 frags, they can be looking to try and move forward, possibly send some kind of sack attempt or go for some kind of trade. We do see Captain getting kind of annihilated there by Josh. Fortunately, he will get cleaned up by Classy, so not going to move any further. But Elacor looks like he has his eye on the point and possibly a little trade here. Got to be very, very aware of his ammo right now.
Demul tried to save himself there, but not quite having enough health to actually just save himself off of the rocket. But Classy going down here as well. This is kind of looking like it could go in the favor of nerdRage. Yeah, now that they have moved out the door, there's no way Ascent can actually come back in. But that is just another really long, protracted fight here that nerdRage actually managed to win. This is the fights that Ascent need to win, I feel like, because they have the DM superiority in a lot of on the classes. So it's a bit worrying to me for Ascent that they're unable to win those fights. But here comes the Sword, jumps through very deep, very fast, and even we have 2 swords in. Josh, he's going to try his best to get out, but yeah, there's just no way, man.
Well, you know, they gave it a go. It's not too bad. Tiger, a little bit ahead of the rest of his team. He's going to get taken down as well. With Classy on Engineer, it's kind of like from a sense point of view, do we just kind of jump a soldier in, or do we just kind of chill? Maybe Tiger comes up sniper again, like he was hitting a couple shots. They will be battling Demul if they do decide to do that.
Sacked there.
Yeah.
I think that was going on. But you know what? I have been drinking so much water, eepily, so I'm going to let you solo cast while I go to the bathroom. I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm just actually about to explode. I can't think, man. So
Industry professionals here.
Yeah.
Ooh, boys.
I'm done.
It's all good. It's fine.
Right,
Our Lord and Savior Beta will be right back with you. Demul hitting that all-important headshot. And the Tiger going to be getting himself just a little bit more space here. Ooh, peeking close on this shutter. Possibly an opportunity there to go towards Seeds. They've actually has to take down Captain as well. Elacor's just basically walking all the way in. He's just standing there spamming straight into the center again. And yeah, of course, Seeds will have to use there. Getting spammed by everyone. Even Domo staying alive is pretty scary just then. Does look like the entirety of nerdRage just to be playing nice, calm and collected. Going to be getting their players alive, going to be getting all their players buffed up as well. And this should be a fantastic little opportunity for them to be moving on here. Only really this sniper and a sentry gun to be dealing with, so just deciding exactly where they want to be moving from. Looks like this left-hand side from the attacker's point of view, maybe they're starting to get out there just a little bit. The more time they waste, the stronger this hold will become, but they're still not going to be nowhere near this Uber coming up now. Uber does get used all the way through shot. It is Demul going down, but he's a sniper, so that doesn't really matter at all. The rest of these players are starting to get taken down just a little bit. It's like some decent positions being taken, but Tiger's still pretty healthy. 100 HP is going to be combining with some of his players, actually turning into super scrappy by 3 versus 3. It's actually Seeds getting taken down in this spawn door, but Ascent's going to be holding it. How insane. Mool actually getting out basically by himself. 10-second spawns on the side of Seeds means this advantage, which could have been about 40 or so, only going to be about 30 here. So this is you know, this is doable still. They can build hard. They can go forward, go for an immediate Uber push all the way through shutter, and just see what kind of action they can have. Still gonna be dealing with this gun and Tiger sniper, so won't have time to waste. Classic just building Ubers. You know, this is This is what we're here for. We're here for all this
I'm
fun
back.
times. Oh, we're back. And see, you're here just in time for Eloquor to go flying straight into the skybox. Try and take down this sentry gun as well.
Oh no,
Actually,
took down the scout.
oh god. Oh, that's tragic. Oh no. That's a disaster.
Oh,
push.
and then Domo just kills both of them, both scouts with the pipe. No, it's a soldier and a scout. But yeah, that was a really disastrous. But they didn't even kill the sentry gun. He just switched off. Now he's
Yeah.
gonna have this full advantage.
Oh, yeah, that's... Yeah, I don't know. That is not particularly good at all. Whatever, fine, you know, they still have their places back alive. They get actually Stickies take down Domo before the Uber even get to use, so Siege does manage to get forward just a little bit, but they have no demo to trap things out, and there's actually Josh and Yeehaw all around the back lines, causing different types of distractions. Yeah, this should be looking really, really good from nerdRage. They're kind of just picking Ascent to pieces.
Yeah, just super good counter aggression. I suspect they were trying to Uber in Domo with that and shut down the doors. And then when you you lose your Domo into a sticky trap, that looks like a really bad Uber, right? I assume that's what happened there. But yeah, round 2, the sentry gun is going up in the same spot. It's not quite level 2 or 3 yet, so it's not the same thing. Soldier on the top of this house, probably going to get picked up. Somehow he just stands around there forever. But now everyone else is just on the other side of the point, and nerdRage, they have made no gains whatsoever.
Yeah, this is... Oh my god, yeah, this is just absolutely nothing going their way at all. Ascent is keeping control of everything that they need to. Themselves this big old Uber advantage and their opportunity to start moving forward.
Josh is in the spot. He's hiding behind, so definitely keep an eye on that. He's actually going to go for the back cap. Oh, I think he got spotted by Soldier. Yeah, he did.
Oh, but actually, Yeehaw's just kind of gone in anyway, literally directly past Josh. Is actually captain, basically alone on last. The rest of Ascent just kind of got annihilated on second. I don't really even understand what's going on right now. They're just all just getting... That's it. They're basically wiped. They're basically wiped right now.
Yeah, what a counter push it. It's a scout and a heavy. You know, those are two good classes to hold last, but they are up against an Uber, and a heavy can't run away from that.
Oh, air shot, the heavy, the ball's insane!
It's a thing. It can happen. We've all seen it now. But yeah. Oh, Domo can't hide in the corner. But yeah, that was like Josh hiding behind lines there did a lot of work, and then just the kiting coming out from Moolah in his pockets, wherever they were at the time, was so good, and they just managed to just collapse on them really well. So it just seems like they're so good at finding the little cracks and making those little plays, and then just like carrying the momentum of them into it.
Ooh, nice damage as we see Doman walking forward to actually Eloquor in the first frag towards Tiger, but Ascent answer with 2 immediate frags towards Josh and Yeehaw, so not too bad. The flag from Dabul is just about going to be picking up Domo. The rest of the nerdRage players, yeah, there's not much they can do, and Moolah, you know, classic Moolah, just like,
Poppy's on the chase.
I'm gone, bye-bye, not interested.
Yeah, absolutely not. Moolah has been, he's kind of been out seedsing Seeds, you know, like being this very passive medic that never dies. That's kind of Seeds' whole thing. But yeah, Moolah's kind of been outdoing him in that department, just leaving his teams and always surviving. And you've kind of seen it in the logs as well. He usually has fewer deaths. This is an interesting development for sure in the medic meta game.
Basically,
yeah.
just run away. If you spend your whole time in spawn, you'll have 0 deaths, and it's your team's fault. That's truth.
Brilliant. Yeah, the center gun's going up here in the middle. They are trying their best here, essentially, to actually spam it down before it can get in here, but yeah, not quite able to find the rockets to just do it yet. They're trying though. Oh, they actually do get it. Nice job there by Poppy. Finds the angle, gets it down, and now they should have an open opportunity to jump in here onto the medic if they so want to do, and that's what they do.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, they get him!
Oh, that's so crisp with a follow from Tiger, and he's actually just doing so much damage. Basically takes down Eloquor there as well. That's absolutely nuts. Even losing those 2 players, like, it doesn't really matter at all. Uber's going to get used super clean. No sticks towards point for Domo. Is just annihilating things. This is looking so good. Oh my days. Absolutely beautiful stuff there from Ascent.
Takes down the sentry gun. Skip jumps in a soldier. Scout runs in while everyone's looking at the soldier. They combine to take down the medic, and then they Uber in and just put stickies on the point, bait everyone onto it, kill them. Just absolute textbook TF2. And Ascent, they're back in this. It's 1-1, and we're on our third mid eepily.
Yeah, third mid here. Going to see if any team's going to have a slightly more decisive one or go for anything too different. 15 minutes left on the clock still, so everything still to play for. We do see Josh landing super deep, but Captain combining with Classic going to be cleaning him up nice and easily. They will be actually kind of getting pounded a little bit by Elakor, who's hitting every single pipe, and they're not actually in a fantastic position on the side of Ascent, and they kind of have to back up literally based on the better positioning from nerdRage. Super important, obviously. The second they have to back towards that lower position, it's really difficult to then move up the point. And they were just like, nah, man, I'm out.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
It's like having a demo man standing on the, quote-unquote high ground that is the point, because the point on Snakewater middle is slightly higher than the ground around it. It's very difficult to deal with the demo man there. Just not because that's like a good position for him, but mostly because he's like kind of hard to hit. Like demo men usually do better shooting up than down, but it's such a mild slope that doesn't really matter. Just the fact that soldiers can't kill him just makes that demo man that's far forward super difficult. And yeah, he was hitting his pipes and like getting rollers and classy and stuff. So good stuff from him. And it's just both soldiers jump in here from nerdRage. They want the medic, but they're gonna find a bunch of other stuff. And actually, it's Yeehaw that will end up finding his way into it. But the Demul is still behind lines, so that is gonna be a 3-man sack. But they get 2 kills out of it, so it's not like they're completely like under this intense pressure right now. It's pretty rough, but it's not much that they're behind.
Ooh, that was a little bit scary just then. Elakor and Mula just trying to get out through that doorway towards Sword did take a lot of damage, but ultimately neither did get hit by that last little bit, so they will be trying to walk back in. Trades from these soldiers towards that kitchen area basically going to mean that nerdRage can keep on moving forward without really any fears in life right now. 60% on seeds. For opportunity, nerdRage can look to keep on moving forward, possibly take things for free, or you can even go aggressive, try and get all the way into lobby nice and fast. But again, the more that they delay, the more you see Ascent just jump around. Oh my god! Oh, and he gets out.
I've never seen someone pencil so hard in my life. As actually Mula gets forced to as well by a soldier in Africa. Or geez, wow, that was so weird.
Yeah, everything's just kind of happening everywhere. We actually see he's getting used by both teams. Elakor did go down there. Tiger wants to keep on moving forward, but Yeehaw just too beastly for him right now. And then Classy gets him alongside Demul. They try and go for this back cap, but too many players from Ascent are aware of these things.
Domo. That's a really nice rocket from him in lobby right there. So Domo going down, that's going to really complicate things for him. Not going to be able to push out on second for sure. It's going to be a lot more difficult to stop people from pushing in. And there is a tiny Uber advantage on Mula. I'm not sure that it's big enough for them to use. But, I mean, Elakor is good at these very modular Ubers. You just like take him in from right side, just put 2 stickies at the door, teleport him into the enemy team. You can definitely go for these very small Uber advantage pushes.
Yeah, you definitely can if you want to. But it looks like they don't want to. This is going to be just playing things nice and equal. We do have some defensive off classes on the side of Ascent. Engineer on Tiger, Sniper on Classy, so they're going to peek and prod and do whatever. And it is actually just going to be Demul who's going to meet his maker, leave all the way, and possibly, I mean, my money's that he's going to basically spawn Sniper.
Yeah, that was my immediate thought as well. I was like, how much do you want to bet? And I was like, there's no way I'm going to win that bet. Because you just say, I bet you anything that he goes Sniper. Hey, maybe he's going to mix it up and go, I don't know, Spy. He's not gone Sniper. He's not gone Spy. He's gone the Soldier class. I guess in fairness, they're managing to get some decent frags here. The sentry's gone down. They didn't look like they wanted to continue off that, so fair enough. They are just keeping things pretty cookie cutter on the side of nerdRage. Maybe they've got some weird crazy strat. It's actually double soldiers going all the way into wall. Get some massive high ground alongside Josh as well. They're getting some decent damage, not really focusing on the medic because the scout just ran all the way to the point. Oh, and they get it. That was a 4-man sack. All right. Man, this is getting real spicy. Look at this. It's just the demo man and the medic. They could use the Uber to block this. I feel like that's kind of the original strat, at least. You'd kind of go like, yeah, demo man and medic and just hold. But they decide not to do that. They just want to hold mid. So there's still going to be a ton of pressure right now. Kuno doing his best to actually hold him down here. Josh jumps in, gets the damage onto Tiger, and here comes the Uber coming in. And Seeds, I don't think he's going to be able to get out. He is in way deep right now.
Yeah. There's no way. He gets his nice little surf, but Alicor's pipe's going to send him into the dirt. His captain all the way on the back line, he's not even going to get a second in time to really do any kind of blocking. Yeah, this is going to be 4 fresh spawns on the side of Ascent. Kuno's already on point. He's having to deal with a lot of players now. He's actually just going to 2-shot Classy. Easily capping out for his team, getting them. Driver C once again, 2-1 now. nerdRage and Ascent, they've got to be scared.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing to see. Like, we haven't seen double sacks in quite a while. Like, it's usually just a single soldier that ends up dying in the sacks, right? So nerdRage, they're kind of taking it to the extreme right now by sending in 2 soldiers, 3 players, and now even 4 players, and it still works. Like, what does that tell everyone else, you know?
You know, sometimes it is what it is. We see Josh going super, super high, not really hitting any damage though, so the distraction was great. Unfortunately, didn't really hit anything. Apparently neither did the rest of his team. Oh my god, these Ascent soldiers looking to keep on going. It's only Kuno and Mula trying to get themselves out alive. Kuno does manage to get himself through this doorway. He's taking so much damage, but the beam onto the beam scout is looking pretty good. Mula, as long as they can get to this doorway, yeah, there's going to be no further chasing.
Nice try
from...
in chat.
Nice try, boys. Nice try, boys. Gave it a chance.
Oh man, could you imagine if Mula didn't have scout speed? Like, he would have been so dead.
Oh yeah, would have been dead like 5 times over.
Yeah, absolutely. Is he actually using the what's the bust called that makes you see health?
The Solemn Vow.
The Solemn Vow, yeah. Because I saw Siege was using it. Is Mula using that as well?
I swear I've seen Mula using it, so that does mean that you can see enemy players' healths and, importantly, enemy medics' Ubers. Okay, Tiger didn't want to live. That's fair.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta die.
Sometimes, you know, you just make that decision. You're like, you know what? That's fine. Tiger going to be coming up on an off-class here, going to be sniping. We saw a couple pretty nice shots from him earlier. No big streaks or anything. Alicor just made the weirdest... I've never seen anyone caber a sticky bomb. Ever.
Yeah, that seems counterproductive. It's like, I don't want this to explode, so I'm just gonna explode it in my own... Yeah.
That's like, I guess that's like the ultimate alpha play. He was like, you know what? I'll take the damage, but I'll do it to myself. Don't care. Not bothered.
You can't do anything to me that I'm not already doing to myself.
Not bothered, mate. We do see headshot there, take it down. Captain Tiger, his sniper has been seen by the side of nerdRage, so it's going to be absolutely, you know, everyone's going to be 100% aware to not walk into these obvious little sight lines. Still, it's never possible to play, you know, absolutely 100% perfectly. You know, there's always weird plays he can make, possibly going towards this shutter position, possibly go for just, you know, some large
shutter
kind
door
of
is
walk-in play.
usually the weak point in this, right? Like, you open the door, and then the medic is standing over where the dispenser is, and you just, like, body shot him. That's kind of how you break this, or like, best abuse this hold.
Oh dear. Okay, Ego's optimistic for drop down, but he knows his sentry placements. Rockets from the territory is going to take him down. More trades from soldiers in lobby. So this is 2 down on the side of Ascent. Looks like it is going to be Kuni trying to walk all the way in, get himself through one of these doorways and try and go for some nice little shots here. Seeds is so far back and behind so many different props. Like, it's going to be basically impossible for a sniper to take him down. But other players do exist.
Man, my game is kind of broken right now. I don't see the sentry gun on blue. I don't know where it is. I assume it's in the middle. But where it is on my screen is in front of a scout. It's just on his face on the red scout. Yeah,
that would be a really good upgrade. Yeah,
it's just classy. He's running around with a sentry gun on his head. It's pretty amazing. I hope the stream is seeing this as well, but I suspect they're not.
How did Alicor get piped there? This is actually opening up this right-hand side. No stickies goes to hold it. It's kind of a lot on the hands of Kudu. Sniper with the ball going down as well. It's actually just going to be Mula having to use here. It does actually get forced, and there's... I mean, this is some players just want to keep on going. It's so much better for Uber. They should be able to walk all the way here. Mula just gets taken out from his stickies instantly. This is actually just Scout playing all the way on the point. These stickies not quite taking down that Scout. They're managing to block just about. These spawners will be coming in about 1 second. Alicor, the damage is so good. But, god, he just walked off.
Yeah, they didn't see the soldier. They wanted to like pressure them out, and that's exactly when Papi just came in with the perfect timing, shot them off, and yeah, he just stood on it. There was so much cap time on it, and yeah, I don't even blame them for that. Like they were playing perfectly with the information that they had, but yeah, they didn't have information about where Papi was, and Papi just played it really well. So that's going to be 2-2 here on this this third map. Just a reminder that if Ascent lose, they're out. They're gone.
That will be the end of their tournament story. 5 minutes left on the clock, so Omo walking on forward gets a nice little pipe there, which allows him to get a lot more space as Cooney does get forced back. You do still see the nerdRage players still playing towards this high ground, which makes it pretty difficult on Snakewater to try and move across the point. Maul does go down though, so high ground isn't going to be controlled by him anymore. Still, this is ending up as a bit of a 4v4 situation. Papi tries to initiate for his team. Goes for a nice little low jump, but not really forcing anyone back significantly. Does seem to just be better positioning on the side of nerdRage right now, and the frags there starting to go their way as well. So much damage.
As well.
Oh, that was so close to dying just then. And with picking up Papi, this is going to be the situation where Ascent, basically, if they want to keep themselves in this, they either have to use or get out right now, and they choose to get out.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the right decision there. You know, they could have actually gone for it. I don't think they actually expected to cap it out. They were pretty clearly losing the fight even before that happened. And then once you have the point, you can actually hold on to it and get better spawners. But yeah, I like this. Oh my god, nice air shot there from Captain. Then I just debuffed this soldier. I think it was the movie air shot, but Josh was in there as well. Tried to get out once he could see that it was not going to work out. So yeah, that was just another sack here from nerdRage, and they've been really good at just making those work out. It's got to be Captain Speed shutting in again with Nula's on this high ground.
How does he possibly manage to get Yeehaw there? So he's actually on the back lines. He does go down. There was a little bit of a distraction which was gained by that. Now the side of nerdRage will be nice and far forward again. Happy's getting super weak, not quite getting taken down. Ubers are going to get traded slightly better side of nerdRage right now, but they have a lot of very angry Ascent players going to be trying to walk forward onto them. They're not really getting the frags though, with Classy going down and Siege getting caught so much towards his doorway. He's 5 HP and he's somehow moving.
Yeah, that's really lucky. Like that whole fight was actually decided by the fact that both Josh and Demore was just on the high ground the entire time while the Ubers were going on, so they just had a really dominant position. So the positioning right now for nerdRage is just really good. And it's one of those things that you don't really notice when the fight is going on, that it's actually the soldiers winning it when they barely look like they're in it. But yeah, Seeds, he can definitely bless his lucky star there, you know. I don't know if he has like a cursed monkey paw or something, but yeah, it's working right now. It's like curling.
Whatever it is, he's got it. We do see the Maul sniping, hoping to get a little bit lucky, get some nice shots in here. 2 minutes 47 left on the clock, so time is very much of the essence. Whew. And he does a random spam Ascent. Peeking all the way towards grass, so try and make things a little bit uncomfortable for Ascent to keep that hold on going.
2 HP somehow survives.
Oh, nice shots from Yeehaw. Taking down the Tiger, who at this point I feel like nerdRage is sitting there and being like, right, I'm gonna press tab. If Tiger's alive, let's expect him to run through a doorway at us. That's just kind of like been the gimmick for the last, 2 hours.
Yeah, it might be getting a bit too predictable. You know, it's not like he's not being effective as such, or not doing damage when missing his shots or anything. It's just they can play around it, you know. So Demore, he's just sniping right now. He's probably going to rotate between this doorway and
hero shot, he walks all the way in, he headshots the demo, then just walks away, just like, alright, you get one, that's your warning shot, I'm going in again. Not quite hitting it, not quite going in for what he needs to. He didn't even know where Seeds was. From that angle, he has to get in so deep from Saw. Possibly might just have to go for a completely different rotate, or he can lose his life to Captain and come off on something different.
Yeah, right, like almost the only way he can get the medic there is if he just like gets hit by a rocket, surfs it, and then goes for the medic. Poor Captain, he's gonna try his best to get in there. Actually, Tiger's gonna see if he can run in as well, and that didn't seem too well timed out there. It almost seemed like they went in one at a time. So yeah, we got a fight here in Saw. That's gonna end with the 2 soldiers trading as is tradition. But look at this, Papi going down, that's really big. There's actually 4 There's 5 nerdRage players in the area, but only 3 Ascent players.
Ooh, that's nice. That's so nice for nerdRage. Not only do they get that force, but they keep their composure and don't even have to use their Uber on second at all. They're using it all the way straight towards last. We do see really nice perhaps actually juggling Kuno away from Domo. And now actually Kuno's going to get taken down. Seeds does die here, so the defense is going to be almost impossible right now. Domo's going to do everything he can. Get some decent damage all the way towards point. Stickies don't really exist anymore in his world, but he just needs to delay things for 4 more seconds. He tries to get towards point, but...
Oh, they do it. That's it. Yeah, 30 seconds remaining. GGs are being called. So at the very end of regulation and nerdRage, they just clutch it out. And that was one hell of a final. It went 3-0 in favor of nerdRage, but it was not close games. They were all very, or it was not like a roll. It was very close games the entire time through. But yeah, I don't know. I can't say enough good things about nerdRage. They just keep overperforming in these finals. So it seems, you know.
Yeah, it really, like, yeah, incredibly well played. Obviously, you know, Ascent were doing their thing. Ascent, absolutely, like, phenomenal players, but nerdRage definitely looking just that little bit ahead and, you know, consistently across these 3 maps as well. They're going to be securing their big old W here, winning first place of our Lockdown Throwdown number 2.
144 keys, an early night's sleep. They are absolute winners here tonight.
Feel free to have a little look at some of the Criticast merchandise coming out there. There's, I believe, hoodies and face masks and all kinds of different things like that. Also, shout out to the sponsors as well who made this whole tournament possible. Criticast and Manco Store. Also, this whole thing powered by Phoenix Red, who are lovely people.
Yeah, they put in a lot of work with organizing all of this. It's really great, like with the servers and stuff. You know, I'm just going to start with a shout out and say that I have a demo call. If you hit anything cool, if you did something funny, if you just want to get some glory, I'm making another frag video of this tournament. So yeah, just go to Team Fortress TV, maybe go to my Twitter, you can find the link there. And other than that, just a big shout out to Wiethoofd and is it Art Rhythm that's doing production for the other stream? Yeah, like those 2 guys were absolute soldiers in all of this, and then of course all from Phoenix Red and all the sponsors and so on.
Cool. Nice and easy. Right. Yeah, I'll do my last little bit. Obviously, shout out to everyone involved in the production, the casters, all of our observers and production people behind the scenes. Shout out to all the teams that played, not only our invite grand finalists here, but obviously everyone who played in the rest of the invite bracket and all of the open brackets as well. I think it's been a really, really solid tournament. And obviously, you know, we had a pretty good showing in terms of teams as well. I'll give another little shout out to our sponsors. You can see them on the screen, obviously Manco Store and Criticast, and obviously Phoenix Red for getting involved with everything as well. Apart from that, I think that will be us wrapping things up as we leave now. But I guess from me and everyone else here, we'll just have to say catch you next time.